Hey family, one of the realest lessons that I learned is that we have to stop. Stop allowing people to come in and out of our lives. They don't get the right to walk in and out of our lives, family. So when they want to walk out of your life, let them walk out your life, because guess what? This time that they walked out of your life, the energy was different. Tell me I'm wrong. This time when they walked out of your life, the energy was different because you didn't go chasing them. You didn't go chasing them. You didn't go concerning yourself with where they going. Are they going to come back? Who are they with? No, because that pattern has to stop. Because at the end of the day, when people walk in and out of your life, they go, they come, they go, they come. They do that, family, because in a lot of cases, we allow it. In a lot of cases, we have good hearts. Some of us are very loving. Some of us are caring. Some of us don't know that the word no is a complete sentence. Some of us continue to allow these individuals and these people to come in and out of our lives. And when we allow them to come in and out of our lives, family, they treat you with a different level of respect than they should. They dishonor you just a little bit each time. They respect you less, a little bit more each time they come and go. Each time they come and go, and they start to treat you in a manner that you do not deserve. So I'm going to give you some reasons why, family, when a person leaves your life, why they want to come back. Because at the end of the day, when they leave, the energy is different now because you're going to let them go, but they're leaving and coming back for a few reasons. And here is why. Family, those individuals came back in your life because they could not find another you. Tell me I'm lying. I'll wait. Tell me I'm lying. They came back in your life because they could not find another you. And sometimes, family, because we're living in our own bodies, because we're moving about so freely within ourselves, we forget and we do not realize the value that we hold. We forget and we don't realize what we bring to the table. We forget and we don't realize the power that we hold. And that when people come in our lives, some of us are natural nurturers. You take a person's life and you make it better. Some of us are natural builders. Someone comes in your life and you architect their life and make them a bigger person. Some of us are just good people. They come in your life and they think that they're blessed because you're blessed. Some of us are kind, chosen, wonderful. And so these individuals come in our lives and then they leave thinking that they could find another you. Family, they literally thought that they could find another you. And that did not work out for them. They literally thought they could find another you. And that did not work out for them, family, because it wasn't designed to. And when a person takes you for granted, family, when they're so used to you being so good, so used to you being so kind, they have a real funny way of showing love, don't they? They have a real funny way of showing appreciation, don't they? So when a person leaves your life and comes back and leaves your life and comes back, guess what? That means they went out there, right? They went out there and they tried to replace you. So they found a body, right? They found a body, but they couldn't find you. Because you are unique and different. I'm trying to tell you, you're unique and different. And so when they went out there, they couldn't find you. So now they want to spin the block. What do the young kids say? Now they want to spin the block. Now they want to come back around. Because when they went out there, they bet that they knew that they could find something new and different and better. And how did that work out for them? Family, you are irreplaceable. Like a fingerprint, there is not another you. There is only you. You are irreplaceable, and there's only you. And people fail to realize that when they left your life and tried to come back and left and tried to come back, because at the end of the day, they will never find another you. There is no one more important than you. No one more sure. No one more wonderful. No one more blessed. No one more chosen than you, and you have to know it. When this person wants to walk out of your life, okay, I know it hurts. I've been there. I know what that feels like. You want to cry. You're sad. You have all these questions. How could they have done this to me? Why would they do this to me? After all we've done, after all I've did, after the relationships that we've built, the money that I spent, the investments that were made, you wonder why they want to leave. And family, they want to leave because people do what they want. And that's a real hard reality I had to learn. No matter what you do for a person, good or indifferent, no matter what you do for a person, people do what they want to do. That's exactly what they do. And so some of us who are unappreciative get up and leave the blessing that was given to them. Some of us who are unappreciative fumble the ball. And so they want to leave your life and go try their upgrade. And so they left and they couldn't find another you. It wasn't as easy as they thought. They may have met a person. They may have met a warm body, but they did not meet you. And now they're confused because everyone is not on what you're on. Everyone's not moving like you're moving. Everyone's not doing what you're doing. Everyone's not so blessed like you are. And so many people are out here, family, that are replicas, that are prototypes. So many of us are prototypes to the real thing, but they're not the real thing. It may look like the real thing, but it is not the real thing. And so when they went out there, family, they really thought that they could go out there and replace you. And they really thought that they could find a better you. And that was not the case. Another reason why individuals leave your life and want to come back, like I said earlier, you always allowed it. You always had their back, always did good by them, always was there for them, always supported them, always loved them, that they went out there and things got hard. I'm trying to tell y'all, they went out there and things got hard. It wasn't that easy. And so they realized that they left and lost their blessing, so they want to come back. Because they went out there and they tried it and the grass was not greener. So now they want to come back. And they do that, family, because we've allowed it. And I'm not saying that's the greatest thing to do, but sometimes, family, we have to guard our hearts. Think of it like this, right? Think of it like this. Your heart has a door, right? It opens and closes, right? And you have the key. They don't own the key to your heart. You do, right? So you, God, you, your creator, are the only ones that can control who comes in and out of your heart, right? And you have to look at it like that, family. When you're guarding your heart, when you're allowing people into those intimate, safe spaces, you have to guard your heart, because when these people return, they didn't realize that what they had was a blessing until they lost it. They thought that the grass was greener, but they could have just very well fertilized their own grass. So a lot of times when people come in and out of our lives, it is because for some reason we've allowed it. And maybe it's reasons of insecurity. I don't know. Maybe it's reasons of us just being quality, pure-hearted people. Maybe it's just reasons of wanting to help others. But sometimes the help that you're giving another individual is 100% coming at the expense of you. It's 100% coming at the expense of you, at the expense of you, at the expense of your family, at the expense of what you're on, at the expense of the blessing that you have in your life. Sometimes a person coming in your life can make you take a step back. Make you take a step back from the things you're working on. Make you take a step back from the things you're doing. Make you take a step back from what you're called to do. Tell me I'm lying. Because when you're a good person, you're putting so much energy, so much effort, so much willpower into building and helping someone else that sometimes, right? Sometimes we tend to lose sight of who we are. And we've all done it, right? In the name of being a good person, in the name of being a helper, in the name of being a nurturer, right? We've all done it. And so when this person leaves and want to spin the block and come back because they realize that the grass wasn't greener, they want to come back to what you are because you're the only one that's who you are. There's nobody else that's who you are. You're the only one that's who you are, right? You're the only one on earth. And nobody's on what you're on. They're not doing what you're doing. Some of us are entrepreneurs to the core. Some of us are blessed. Some of us are builders. Some of us are creators. Some of us are leaders, community leaders. Some of us are great in our careers. Some of us are wonderful homemakers. And they went out there and thought that they could replicate it. They literally went out there and thought that they could find you. And family, they were really disappointed now, weren't they? How did it work out for them? Because I'm going to tell you something right now. People have egos. So no one with an ego is going to leave just to have to come back and prove and show you that they were wrong, right? That maybe they got it wrong. That maybe leaving you was a bad decision. So now they want to come back, but they don't want to admit it. But the reality is they wouldn't come back if what they were looking for was out there. Tell me I'm lying. They would never come back if they would have found what they were looking for, but they didn't. Another reason why people walk in and out of your life is because they thought, right? They thought that your blessing was their own. I heard someone say it best. He said, I took her to eat a 5-course meal and she thought she can get that anywhere. And the reality of it is, family, we're upgrading these people. Some of us have nice homes. Some of us have a little bit of money, a little change in the pocket. Some of us have big, stable families. Some of us are emotionally grounded. Some of us have the blueprint that what the person you're looking for is looking for, right? So these people come in our lives, and now they start getting around you. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Now they start getting around you, and they start feeling like they're you. They start feeling like they're the thing, and they start feeling like they are the one. So now they take your blessing and cover themselves with it and think that it was them the whole time. Family, it was you the whole doggone time. It was you the whole time, but they lost sight of that. They literally lost sight of that because they thought that it was them the whole time, and they were sadly mistaken. Sadly mistaken, family, because a lot of times when individuals want to leave your life and come back in your life, they left and they thought that your blessing was going to bless them when you weren't around. They literally thought that they were still under your covering after they did you dirty. People really feel that way. They really feel like, okay, I went into this person's life, I got what I needed, and now it's time for me to dip, and I'm still going to be blessed. Absolutely not. So family, when they went out there and they tried to maintain the same connections that they built with you, when they went out there and they tried to keep up that same energy, they couldn't, because it was not them. It was you the whole time. And sometimes people lose sight of the fact that they had the blessing the whole doggone time and that they fumbled the ball. They fumbled the ball. They had the blessing the whole time. They fumbled the ball. They tried to take your upgrade and run with it. It didn't work out for them. And now they're left right back where they used to be. Now they go right back to the finish line, to the start line. And now they have to make a choice. Now they have to make a choice. And now they realize, you know what? Maybe the blessing I had was an actual true blessing. Maybe the person that I was with was actually good for me. Maybe I sat there and picked apart a person and picked apart a blessing that was meant for me the whole doggone time. And family, it's a sad situation because a lot of times these individuals with the big egos, a lot of times these individuals who want to spin the block on you and come back, they got it wrong. And every one of us, right, nice people, chosen ones, we're not always so benevolent. Every man is not always there just to let a woman come back in his life. Every woman is not always there just to let that person come back in their life. That's not always the case. So when they left and came back, they thought that they could take every single thing that you used in your life to build yourself, and they thought that that would work for them. They thought that they could wear your armor, but it never was designed to fit them. Because had they been a good person and had they known your blessing, they would have truly learned from you and not tried to have ulterior motives and do things behind the scenes for them to calculate a moment where they're going to leave you and go take your upgrade to someone or to something else. That does not work. And it never does. You had these individuals' backs, family. You would have done anything for them, even allowing them to come in and come out of your life. But the tables have turned. And that behavior in you has been changing. And you're like, you know what? Done this too much time before with her. You know what? Nope. Done this too much times before with him. We're done. We're done. This behavior is over. I'm no longer allowing this person to walk in and out of my life. It's over. It's done. I'm not doing it anymore. And now that person I want to come back and come in and come out are really starting to not just see your change, they can feel it, family. When you're connected to a person, they can feel it. You know I'm telling the truth. They can feel it. And they feel that the energy in the room has shifted. They feel it. The energy in the room has shifted because you're no longer allowing yourself to play yourself and allow a person with a big ego. What is ego? Edging God out. You're no longer allowing that person to come in and out of your life because you don't have to and you don't need to. And you realize your purpose and you realize your blessing and you realize that you are the one with or without them. Listen, when a person leaves your life, family, you don't leave your life. When a person want to go out there and come back because they thought that they could take your blessing elsewhere and it didn't work and they want to come back and re-up, family, You are the generator. You are the generator and the one that creates and produces energy and power. You never left you. They did. So you are still full of all the blessings that you have. So many people will tell you, you'll never be anything without me. I don't need you. I can go out there and do it better. And this, that, and the third. And family, they went out there and failed miserably. And although you may have feelings of sadness, right? Feelings of a hurt heart, feelings of anger or damaged emotions, you are still left with each and every single blessing that you have always had. They took nothing from you. Maybe we wasted some time, right? I get that. Maybe you lost a few resources, but at the end of the day, you still are who you are. And that's why they want to come back. Because like I said earlier, had their life worked out for them, they wouldn't be trying to come back. Had their life worked out, they wouldn't be trying to figure it out, pull it together, see what they can say to you, see what they can discuss for you to forgive them so that they can come back in your life and do it again. That's not the type of time you're on right now. And that's not the type of energy that you're on. And that's not the season in your life that you're in. You're in a season of building. You're in a season of saying, you know what? No, thank you. No, thank you. I'll wait. I'll wait my turn. You know what? No, thank you. I'm not going to let her treat me that way. I'm not going to let him treat me that way. I'll wait. Because at the end of the day, family, you must get very, very tired of dealing with the same foolishness. When a person is running a pattern, I've experienced this in my life before in many areas of relationships, personal, professional. When a person is running a pattern, that is all they're running. And a lot of times these individuals don't even know they're running a pattern. When a person is running a pattern, they're on autopilot. Seriously, family. They are so used to not having stability, so used to going in and out, in and out, in and out. They're so used to being them that it just feels good. And it's not good, but it feels familiar. And because it feels familiar, they continue to run these patterns and they think it's normal. Tell me I'm lying. These people think that the pattern that they're running is normal. And family, you know it's not. Because if it were normal, it wouldn't cause frustration. It wouldn't cause anxiety. It wouldn't cause grief. They'd be able to sit in one place. Nobody is perfect. Every single relationship has their issues, right? Every single person has things that they need to work on. But when you have individuals that so quickly can leave, right? So quickly can leave, and then they want to come back. They have no shame. Now they want to come back and tell you a whole bunch of new stories about why they left, and it was your fault, and you could have done something different, and maybe in the future, and y'all can make it right. Family, you are worthy of stability. Let me get closer. You are worthy of stability. You're worthy of a good thing. You're worthy of a healthy relationship. You're worthy of someone who treats you well. You're worthy of loving yourself. You're worthy of treating yourself in a manner that you would want someone to treat you. You do not deserve to allow a person to come in and out of your life. You do not deserve to allow a person to spin the block on you, like these young kids say. You do not deserve to allow a person to feel like you are a second-class citizen and feel like they can treat you any kind of way just because of the things that they're dealing with internally. Absolutely not. That is called projection. So now they want to project their things on you. And then now you take your good life and now you're feeling sad. You're a little more depressed, a little more in anxiety. Every time they leave and come back, you're a little more insecure, a little more sad. Absolutely not. That's not the type of time you're on, family. Not in this season. This is your season to win. And like I've said before, how long are we going to sit back and watch everybody else win? How long are you going to sit back and watch people doing the things that you know you can do? Watch people continue to win, but you have to sit and wait because you're trying to figure out what to do with another person. And no, family. At the end of the day, when you're staying in that healthy, happy place, in that vortex of creation, in that healthy mind frame, you have to take all that energy back that you've given to others. And you have to take that energy and wrap it around yourself. And you have to do some self-healing. And sometimes, most times, all the time, it doesn't take something out there to make you change. Everything you need is in here. Everything you need is in here. It's not a person. We're so caught up in this, bro. Like it's not a person. Every single thing that you need is inside of you. And you know that. I spent so much time in my life, right? in my younger years, so much time in my life trying to fix people. If I just give them a little bit more, if I just do a little bit more of this in my marriage, if I just do, and you know what? And then I realized again, people are going to do what they want. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how good you are. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter how you act. And it doesn't matter how you feel. People are going to do what they want, whether you are good or bad. And with that understanding, family, you realize that you can't control them. But what you can control is your reaction. And I learned that too. What you can, and am learning that, right? What you can control is your reaction. Your ability to say no more. Your ability to say, I'm no longer engaging in this type of behavior with this person because I don't have to. I don't have to. Family, you work too hard to get to where you are. And you absolutely 100% hear me when I say this. Let me get closer. You did not come this far just to come this far. You did not come this far to allow a person to pull you back. You can do bad by yourself. All of us, we really can. Life is made up of a series of decisions and choices in order for us to be better or to stay where we are. All right? And if you're living a life by design and you're not living a life by default, then you're going to make the choices and the decisions that's going to take you further. But sometimes when we allow these people to come and go and come and go and come and go out of our life 100% of the time, it takes you off your focus. It takes you off your focus. What should have taken you 3 months to do now take you 6. What you should have accomplished a long time ago, you're still in the process of accomplishing it. You know why? Because you allowed a person to come in your life and sit on your throne. Tell me I'm lying. This person, you gave them main character rights in your story. You let this person sit on the pedestal. And they thought that your blessing was theirs. That's what they really thought. And so now they want to leave your life. And they want to come back in your life. And they want to leave your life and come back in your life. Like I said, the dude I heard, he said, I took her to eat a 5-course meal. And she thought she can get that anywhere. People are really delusional, family. They get very confused when they have a blessing like you in their life and thinking that they were the ones the whole time. No, it was you the whole daggone time. It was you, not them. Right? And we have to remind ourselves of that. So we can't allow these individuals to throw us off our game, throw us off of our focus, because that's what they're doing, whether they realize it or not. Because family, a lot of these individuals' issues, internal issues, are playing out in your life. What you're seeing as an adult, a mature person, their patterns and the type of time and energy that they're on, them coming and going and coming and going, is a result of them not healing the broken places in them and them blaming you for it. Oh, I don't like the way you talk to me. Oh, I don't like what you do. Oh, you could be better. It's always a criticism. But what about them? So guess what, family? In this season, when they're wanting to come back in your life, no, thank you. You know what? I thought about it. You know, God bless you. I'm so thankful for the time that you had in my life that I was able to help you. But until you can show up consistently and in a manner that is respectful in my life, you do not get the right to come in and out of my life. And I told this story before, family, because I love movies. And I was watching Lord of the Rings some time ago. And Gandalf, the wizard, right? He was standing on a bridge. And this evil monster was coming, advancing towards them to kill them. And so he had his staff. And he took his staff in his hands, family. And he stuck his staff in the ground. And he said, "You shall not pass." And he meant that with every bone in his body. And it led me to thinking, family, we got to get like that with the thoughts that we're thinking. We got to get like that with us guarding our hearts and our minds from individuals and environments and things that are no longer serving us. You shall not pass. You shall not pass. And that goes for people that want to come in and out of the gate of your life, that want to come in and out the gate of your heart. They shall not pass. Tell me I'm lying. They shall not pass. Because they don't have the right to show up in and out of your life in a manner that doesn't feel good to you. It doesn't feel good. It's not good for your well-being. So they come back in your life, they re-up, they gas up after they done spun the block and then they leave again. You don't deserve that. Some of us have children. Some of us are taking care of individuals or parents. Some of us have homes. Some of us have jobs. Some of us have ideas, businesses, and things that we're maintaining. And when we allow these people to come in our lives, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's chipping away of us being efficient in the other areas of our life. Another reason why people want to come in and out of your life, family, is because they went from gratitude to expectation. The things that they used to be grateful for, now they expect. Make it make sense. You did all these great things for this individual, and now they think that that is what they should get all the time because they forgot that you are the blessing. They forgot that you were the one being kind and being good and being nice, and they thought that they can get that anywhere. That's what they thought. Hey, you're not doing this anymore. You don't do that. You could do this better. You're not this. You're not that. Here's where you need to change. So-and-so does this differently, and you need to do this. Absolutely not. That's all cap. Because at the end of the day, if it wasn't for your good blessings, arguably, right, a lot of them wouldn't be where they are. You really have, some of us have truly upgraded people to the point where they're in a better position than they were before they met us. They are in a better position now than ever before. So when they go to gratitude, to expectation, they start taking you for granted. They start treating you with resentment, being mean, treating you cold, saying mean things. And really, I had a person that really thought that they can walk in and out of my life at any given moment. They worked at one of the companies I had. They really thought that, they really thought that they can walk in and out at any given moment. And then what I had to do, I had to make a choice. Thank you for working for this company. You're fired. Now go tell the narrative the way you want to tell it, because it doesn't matter. You are no longer in my life, and your part in my story is over. Goodbye. Thank you. God bless you. And again, Gandalf on the bridge. You shall not pass. We got to get very serious when people start treating us differently because they're resenting us and taking us for granted and treating us cold and being mean and not being a good person. You don't deserve that, family. You deserve happiness, health, wealth, peace, and prosperity, and you can get that. And there's not a person that's going to come in your life and take away the blessings that you've been given. There's not a person that you're going to allow to come in and out of your life to undo all the good things that you've done. You worked hard to get to where you are. What you mean? You worked hard to be who you are, not for a person to come and take that away from you just because they feel like they can, just because they feel like they have a right to walk in and out of your life. And I take this very seriously, family, and I'm very passionate about this because a lot of times, family, this is a matter of life or death for many of us. And while it may not be a physical death, it's a spiritual one. It's an emotional one. Now you're stressed out, losing weight or gaining weight, not being healthy, your hair falling out, nails, like the stress of it all. And now you got to go watch her go out there with your upgrade. You got to go watch him. No, you are the main character of your own story. So if they want to treat you with contempt, and if they want to go from gratitude to expectation, you expect that they're going to stay out your life, and you have gratitude and love for yourself so that you can go farther. The reason why people want to walk in and out of your life is because when they left, family, they had a few good days. They felt free, right? They felt a sense of happiness and freedom because they were gone and they weren't around you anymore. And then reality started to set in. And what they thought was good didn't feel good anymore. And they got out there and the scales of their eyes dropped off and they were able to see it wasn't what they thought it was. They wouldn't have come back had they met somebody that was better than you, but they couldn't have. They never did, and they never will, because that's the type of person that you are. You know the strength and the blessing that you carry. And they sat there and they thought, and they compared you to every single other person that they thought was out there until they realized that there was nothing common about you. You are not common. You are not a commoner. And I'm not saying that to say that you should think you're better than people, but let's just be very, very clear. You worked very hard to where you got to. You are very blessed, very fortunate. And they thought that they could go out there and meet you, and they didn't. They realized it was you the whole time. It was like the story I read with the guy. He was digging and digging and digging holes and digging holes and digging holes in his yard. And he could not find what he was looking for. He was digging for diamonds. Couldn't find it. So then he sells his land. And if he just would have dug a little bit deeper, he would have found that diamond because the person who bought the land came up on the blessing, right? So now, unfortunately, for some of them, they got to watch you go to another woman. Oops. The cat's out the bag. They got to watch you now go to another woman or another man. They got to see you move on. They got to watch their blessing walk away because it was you the whole time. Murder mystery, it was you the whole time. And they figured it out. And a lot of times they figured it out when it was a little bit too late, family. So I want you to understand, when a person wants to leave your life, come back in your life, leave your life, come back in your life, leave your life, come back in your life, it's not a healthy pattern. Because a lot of times these individuals are running patterns, family, running patterns that they themselves need to heal from. They are working through their issues in your life. And sometimes that's cool. You know what I mean? We all love people. We're all working on ourselves. We're all working with a person, but they're running through their patterns in your life. And if they're not careful, they will make the situation with you the same exact situation that they had in their past that didn't work for them. They will take a good thing and make a good thing really bad. Because one thing my brother always told me, y'all, and if y'all don't get anything from this video, water always finds its level. Water always finds its level. These people go out here and they try to take your upgrade and they go right back to who they used to be and they find their level. And so now they want to come back, leave, because they think that you are a power-up station. They think that you're a Tesla supercharger, right? They think that you're a generator. You are. But that doesn't mean that they get to plug up in you every time. That doesn't mean that they get to plug up in you because they want to get their energy to take it back out there and then come back and spin a block, take it back out there and come back because it didn't work out for them. You are not their safety net. You are a respected individual. You are nobody's safety net. You are blessed, right? You are every single thing that anybody would want in life. And we have to remind ourselves of that when we're just living day to day, when we're just moving about freely, when we're doing our typical daily duties, we tend to forget our value, family. And this is both for women and men. We just tend to forget our value because we're so used to fixing, to trying to help, to trying to change. And what did I say earlier? People do what they want because they want to. It has nothing to do with how good of a person you are. It has nothing to do with the blessings you bring to the table. It has nothing to do with what you've done for them, the money you've gave them, and you thought because you gave them something, then there should be reciprocity, and they should turn back around and give you something. You really thought that your good deeds would influence them, and sometimes it does, family, but not for everyone. Because there are people out here that no matter how good you are, they are going to be them. And they're going to come into your life to try to recreate the scene of the accident that they had before you. Because they are not healed. They're not healed. And if you're not careful, you open the door of your heart, right? And you allow them to come in. And now you make them the main character of your story. And they didn't deserve that. No, because you deserve to be the main character of your own story. And you are the only one that's the main character of your own story. And nobody else is the main character of your own story. Family, we got to get real serious. Remember Gandalf on the bridge, you shall not pass? We have to get so serious about our lives. Listen, I can't believe I'm 42 years old. Like, I literally remember when I was younger, 20, 22. And time is passing so fast. Like, there was life before kids, think about how fast life is passing. And are you happy with each and every year that's passing by, family? Are you able to gain traction, to dominate, to 10x your life, to energize yourself, to do the things that you are called to do, to meet your goals, to execute, to dominate in your own life, in whatever industry that you are in? Are you able to do that? Or are you taking time away from your good energy, from your good plan, from the blessing, from the path that you're walking, from the trail that you're blazing? Are you taking time away from that to build somebody else? Are you taking time away from that to make them better? We're not talking about people that you're married to. We're not talking about children and people that you have fiduciary responsibility over, and it is your job and your goal and your calling to heal them and bless them and grow them and help them and guide them. We're talking about other adults that are not attached to you in any way, shape, form, or fashion, just people that you like. And those people do not get the right to come in your life and throw you off the plan that God has, the universe has, whatever you believe in it has, the plan that you have for yourself. I want you to understand how serious this is. Because you don't want to go another year and wake up and boom, I'm still the same person I was last year. You don't want to wake up another day and your day today becomes your day yesterday because you woke up and downloaded the negative thoughts of this person, place, or thing. And now your new day turns into your old day and there's no room to create anything new. That is not what you want. But a lot of times, family, that's what we're doing inadvertently. And we don't even know it because we're so busy trying to help people, so busy trying to fix people. And I learned sometimes people got to fall on their face on their own. Because what would they do if they didn't know you? They would find a solution now, wouldn't they? What would they do if you weren't there? They would find a solution. So they don't always get the benefit of always getting the blessing of being able to come in your life and out of your life and in your life and out of your life just because things aren't working out for them. What about you? Right? The best relationship, family, that you can have is your relationship with self. And I learned that in time. And time waits for no one. You can get money back. If you lost weight or gained weight, you can fix that. You can get that back. You can get your hair back. You can redo a thing in most cases, but you cannot get your time back. And you cannot allow these individuals to let me come closer, y'all. You cannot keep allowing these individuals to come into your life and take up all of your precious time because time waits for no man. You can't allow it. You cannot allow it because sometimes if the tables was turned, them people wouldn't do for you what you do for them. If the tables was turned, you think that they will let you go in and out of their child? Absolutely not. So you have to now take your life in your hands and execute, and nothing out there is going to change what you have in here. It doesn't matter what they say about you. It doesn't matter what they say. You're not this, you're not that. It's your fault I left. It's your fault. You know what? I'm going to come back and I'm going to see if things can change. I'm going to come back and I'm going to see if things can be better. Let me tell you something, family. Things will always be better because you're the chosen one. Anywhere you go, you bring life. Think of you're a grass seed, right? You are growing everywhere you go. Your hands are anointed. Your hands are trained and blessed everywhere you go. Everything you touch, every person that enters in your life, you make them better simply because of who you are. So when a person wants to go in and out and in and out of your life, and when they want to spin the block, I really want you to think about yourself, family. Think about your life. Think about the things that you have responsibility over. Think about the people that are in your life. Think about who you are becoming and think about who you are right now. And do you want to continue to allow this person to come in and out of your life and break your heart? That's not the type of time you're on. And you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. What did I say? You're in the season of no, thank you. I'll wait. Yep, thank you. It was great you in my life. Many lessons learned. I know what I need to do to be better. You know what you need to do to be better. It was great. I love you. God bless you. Goodbye. That's the type of season you're in. You're in the season where you understand and know that the word no is a complete sentence. It doesn't need to be preceded by or ended by anything else. No is a complete sentence. You are in a season, family, where I'm telling you, you are no longer going to allow a person to come in and out of your life, and you are not allowing a person to treat you in the manner that you don't treat yourself. And if you're not treating yourself good, this is the time to do so, because it is never too late to course correct. I course correct all the time. It is never too late to course correct, but you do not have time to continue to put a person on a pedestal, to have them sit on your chair and sit on the seat of your throne, all because they want to come back in your life because they went out and tried your upgrade and it didn't work. Because they thought the grass was greener on the other side and it was not. Because they thought that they could meet you in another person and they could not. Because there's no one that's on what you're on. There's no one that's doing what you're doing. There's no one that's blessed like you. They thought that they can go from gratitude to expectation and expect all these things from you that was not fair or reasonable. And then they leave thinking that someone else would do for them what you did for them. And they realize that people are not doing that. So now they want to come back. Let me stop. Because the list goes on and on and on. But in all of those scenarios that I just listed, and all of the reasons why people want to leave and come back, and all of the reasons why you've allowed it, the game changes now. The pattern changes now, and the buck stops here. You are no longer exhibiting that energy. You're no longer exhibiting that behavior. You are in a season where your yeses mean yes and your no means no, and you are becoming strong enough to allow a person to walk away with no intention of them coming back, because that's the type of season that you're in. And I know it's hard. I don't just say all this thinking it's easy. It's easy for us to tell a person what we think that they should do, but when we go through it ourselves, it's harder for us to do so. And I do understand that. So I hope I'm providing some comfort here in saying that I know it's a challenge. And I know it feels good to hear these things. And it sort of reaffirms some of our beliefs. And it reaffirms how we feel. And it reaffirms that we're going down the right path. But it still hurts. And family, we don't want to feel good. We want to be good. We don't just want to feel good. We also want to be good. And being good is changing the narrative. Being good is reframing that story and not allowing a person to come in and come out of your life all because they feel like it. We're not doing that anymore. We're not doing it anymore. So in conclusion, family, always remember that your heart has a door, right? It opens and closes. You, your creator, own the key. And you very much have power and authority to speak life to yourself and allow the people that you want in and to keep the people out that you want out. It is not them. It is you. It's been you the whole time. And for some of us, if you're dealing with an ex, if you're dealing with a friend, an ex-husband, a current relationship where there's separation, a lot of us have had signs from these exes that they want to come back. But some of us, we haven't heard anything, right? And secretly, we're hoping that we hear from them. Maybe their call. Let me check their social media. Let me see if they left me a message. Maybe they're thinking about me. And family, if I can offer anything to you, just because you haven't heard from a person absolutely does not mean that they don't realize they dropped the ball. Trust and know they did. They know, you know who you are. They know they dropped the ball on you. They absolutely know that they dropped the ball on you, family. There is no other you in this world. Let me come closer and say it. There's no other you in this world. And I know people want to make you feel like you're not valuable. I know people want to say things to you to make you feel like you're not worthy. But I want you to know they wouldn't be coming back. They wouldn't want to come back. They wouldn't be thinking about coming back if what they went out there was there. If what they were looking for was out there when they went. They wouldn't be wanting to come back, family. And that's how you know you are the blessing and you are the covering. And I want you to know more than anything, you are worthy of something great. You're worthy of something great. You're worthy of something new. You're worthy of something different, because at the end of the day, you are the generator. You are the supercharger. You are powerful. And I'm not just saying this for you to feel good. I'm saying it because it's true. Because there is nothing common about a chosen person. And sometimes we sit and deal with people that are lesser than us in a sense of the things that we're trying to do and the goals we're trying to accomplish and the places we're trying to be. They're not even in your tribe. And we sit here and deal with these people that are not in our tribe and give them power and make them feel like they're important, all the while losing a sense of self, becoming more insecure each day, sad each day. No, family, you are worthy for something so new, beautiful, great, and different. And if you were all those things, then people would not be wanting to come back in your life. And even if you haven't heard from them, I'm going to be as confident as to say, they do. Because it didn't work out. They went out there and it didn't work out because time waits for no man. And now they got to sit. And now they got to think about the wrong that they did. And now they got to sit and think about how they could have done something different and better, because they made a mistake, because they took a bet and they lost. Now they got to make a choice. Do I want to go back in her life? Do I want to go back in his life? Do I want to come out of his life? No, they don't get that option anymore. Because in this season, you have no choice. Family, every single thing that you want is coming to you. Every single thing. And you're in a season when you start working on yourself, you don't have to go out there and get it. It's going to come to you. You don't got to go out there and look for a woman. You don't got to go out there and try to find a wife. Are you serious? You don't got to go out there and try to find a man. That's not the type of time you're on. All you have to do is work on yourself and know that you're worthy. And when these people want to come in and spin the block, trust, know, and believe. At the end of the day, it is your choice if you let them in. And do you want to live a life by default, or do you want to create a life by design? And that's a real hard question that you need to ask yourself. Because in every relationship, in every situation you've ever been in the past, when you look back, you 100% at one point in your life have said, I should have left that sooner. So there's no point in holding space in your life for a person that you don't even see in your future anyway. There's no point in building a person and making them what they don't even want to be when you have to work on you. You cannot want something for someone that they don't want or what they're not yet ready for. All you can do is focus on you. And it doesn't matter how good you are, how kind you are, how wonderful you are. People do what they want to do, and we cannot control them. Let those people walk out your life. And when they try to come back in your life, really sit and ask yourself, should I allow it? And that's only a choice that you can make. Stay inspired.